that we have the hardware. We have a lot to share.
Good day everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to go over a little bit of a news dump. So Gamescom is now over and we are at T-minus 48 hours until early release of Starfield at the time of launching this video. So I thought I'd give you guys and girls a little bit of an update as to what we've seen so far from Gamescom and some other news and tidbits that have come out during that time as well. First off, we were treated to a new live action trailer on the opening night of Gamescom. Click on the card above to go and watch my video on that. Special guest star Inon Zur, who's the composer of the music. Great little video there, go over and watch that. Right, so Bethesda gave us some launch timelines. So they posted the times that the game is going to go live, hopefully, and barring any issues. Quick disclaimer here. So all times listed are target times for the servers going live for early access. But there may well be unforeseen circumstances beyond mine and Bethesda's control at the moment, so take them with a pinch of salt. We all hope we can get the early access at the times listed, but we may not. Right, so early access for the United States, that time range is going to go from the 31st of August around 5 PM in LA to 8 PM in New York. So you're the luckiest guys, you get it first. With Sao Paulo being at 9 PM, so over in Brazil. If you're in the UK, then it's going to be 1 AM on the 1st of September and 2 AM in Europe on the 1st of September as well. If you're in the Middle East and Asia, then it's between 3 AM and 9 AM on the 1st of September. If you're unlucky to be in New Zealand or Australia, don't get me wrong, both beautiful, beautiful countries. I love both visits there. Then your time of launch is going to be September the 1st at 10 AM in Sydney time and 12 PM Auckland. So full timings are listed on the screenshot that I've got on screen right now. So take a look at that, and there may or may not be an ability to do an old VPN trick to see if it works. I know I'm certainly going to be doing that to see if it does work. Okay, we also got treated to a quick snippet of the editions of the game. So in order to get early access, you need to buy the premium edition of the game, or the premium upgrade edition of the game, to get that 5 days early access. If you don't get that and you only get the standard edition of the game, whether that's physical or digital, then your access will be the 6th of September. However, with some pre-orders, if you have pre-ordered, you may get it early if you have a physical copy, which means that with the servers being live from the 1st, if you get your copy early, you may well be able to play early as well. So we'll see about that one. Okay, so if you have Game Pass on Xbox or on PC and you purchase the premium edition upgrade, then you also get your early access. So that means that it'll be out day one on Game Pass, but with the premium edition you also get access to it from the 1st of September. Okay, so during Gamescom there was a live stream on Bethesda.de on their Twitch, an interview with Peter Hines, who is the head of publishing, who's been quite heavily involved with this game. And some questions were asked of him and his thoughts, and one of those questions was around sort of when did you hear about Starfield for the first time? So Todd Howard pitched it to the chairman of BGS around 8 to 10 years ago, just about the time that Fallout 4 was about to be released, and he said he wanted to create a space game that was called Starfield. Well, folks, that game releases in T-minus 48 hours. So a lot of discussions were had around sort of the scope and the size of the game. And Peter Hines said that the size and scope of the game can feel quite daunting, but it will take a few hours to get used to it and to find your way in the game. He's done over 80 hours so far. One of his quotes was 80 hours in and no main quest. So he's not even started the main quest at that point. And then when he had a chat with I think some guys on Slack internally, or it might even have been Todd Howard, they said, look, get on and get that main quest done. So he's put another 50 odd hours into that to get that wrapped up. That leads a lot to be in the main quest. Now, I'm not saying that the main quest is going to be 50 hours long. I hope it is. There may well have been a little bit of going off tangent and doing other things as well, but I kind of hope it does. I hope it is that long, really. One thing that Pete did say is that it doesn't even really get going until you finish the main quest, the main storyline. So that's quite telling, really. Also, he said that skills and game time will be required for things like spaceship piracy, so you can't go and target a ship, for example, and want to take it over. If you're, let's say, a Class A, you can pilot a Class A ship, but you can't then pilot a Class C ship because you haven't spent the time to get the skills and to research it. This is not a game where you can save up 4 skill points, for example, and then just go, yep, I'm going to apply that into rank 1, rank 2, rank 3 and rank 4. Doesn't work like that. So you are going to need to put the time in and put the effort in to unlock those skills as you go. So Pete has also confirmed he spent well over 250 hours in the game so far, and that his current playthrough is 150 plus hours. So that's a lot. It doesn't bode well for my sleep patterns, if I'm 100% honest. But I'm really, really looking forward to this. So there were some comments around companions. Vasco will be your first companion. And really some talks around personalities and opinions on those companions. So let's just say if you were a pirate, for example, and you went and lockpicked a chest, and you had one of your companions who has an opinion on that, who's following you around, and they're not so outwardly liberally minded, they will have an opinion on that action. I kind of think that's cool, because you have to really think about what companions you're going to take with you, what their traits might be, what their moral thoughts are on some of the things you might well be doing. So I think that's really, really cool to be in a game. There were some questions around New Game Plus. Now, I know a lot of people have been talking about this recently. Yes, this game will have New Game Plus, so you'll be able to carry over skills and the such when you complete the quest and start a new game. Unfortunately, Pete wasn't very forthcoming, as he said he doesn't want to say anything, as he wants you guys, the fans, to experience it for yourselves. Now, I'm looking forward to experiencing it, if I'm honest, so I'm glad he didn't really say anything. For me, I like to try and complete the games and then see if there is another bit that I can play through, see if there's another way of doing certain things through my playthroughs as well. So I'm looking forward to that. And there was a tiny bit about planet boundaries as well. We know there's been a screenshot going around the internet. No spoilers here, but the screenshot, I'll pop it on screen right now. It does show boundary reached. So does that mean that there's going to be some sort of boundaries that you're not going to be able to just walk around on planets to your heart's content? Well, on Twitter, a guy called Jeff Threat from Synthwave Lord, he asked a question about when he lands on a planet, will you be able to explore the whole entire planet? Pete came back and said, yep, if you want, walk on, brave explorer. Now, look, don't get me wrong, games are, you're going to have some sort of loading screen, I think. You may want to jump back to your ship and take off and land on a different part of the planet. But I'm sure you guys out there are going to test this out, right, when it comes to it. How long are you going to walk on that planet's surface, or boost pack along that planet's surface? There was some rumour that this screenshot was just a mission tutorial, and that was the boundaries of that mission tutorial. But come on, guys, it's a game, it's procedurally generated, it's not a never-ending engine, okay? So you've got to expect some sort of load screens or something along those lines with games of this magnitude, okay? Another question was asked about traveling between planets. Is there travel going to be in real time, so that you can just sort of get up out of your cockpit seat and walk around? Pete Hines didn't really have much to say on this, because he usually likes to jump to planets, is what he says. But any planet in a system, any moon in a system, you're going to be able to use your grav drive. You're going to be able to jump to those planets. So, look, travel between planets in real time. Try it. See if it works. Alright? Mod support. So it has been confirmed that modders are going to be supported in this game. We know from the direct that there is actually an employee or employees who are looking after all the mods and the mod community. It has also been confirmed that modders will be able to create entire planets and entire story arcs as well, so you can really extend that Starfield universe and allow the entire modding community to really design and drive your other stories, okay? And create your own destiny within that Starfield universe. So it's going to work much like it did with Fallout series and Fallout 4. There'll be a creation kit. So it's definitely coming, and that support is definitely going to be there. So also today, over on their Discord, Bethesda did announce some Constellation members, and you get to know a little bit more about them, their characters. So first off, we've got Sarah Morgan, who's the fierce leader of Constellation. She is voiced by Emily O'Brien, and her traits are that she's passionate about the mission, leading through action, and earning the trust and respect of her peers, just as a good leader should do. Barrett as well, one of the first encounters when you've joined Constellation. He's going to be voiced by Barry Wiggins, and he's got a deep fascination with the universe that's fueled his travels all over the galaxy in pursuit of knowledge and new experiences. You've also got Sam Coe, who's an awesome pilot and apparently a better dad. He's voiced by Elias Tufexis. I've probably murdered that name. He has a strong sense of frontier justice. Sam believes that if helping someone means breaking the rules, then he's all for it. She's a little bit of a rebel. I like that. I like it. Next you have Andrea, newest recruit. She hails from the furthest reaches of the settled systems. She's going to be voiced by Cissy Jones. Now, Andrea's a little bit of a dark horse. Nobody really knows where she came from, where she's going. It's speculation that she may be part of one of those religious factions out there. So she's a little bit of a mystery, which kind of intrigues me. Next, we've got Matteo Cartri. He's a theologian and the sole theologian within Constellation. He is voiced by Carlos Valdez, and he's committed to understanding humanity's place in the universe through studying the relics of the ancient past. So my guess is you're going to have a lot of dealings with Matteo. And the last member is Noelle. She's the youngest member of the Constellation, voiced by Dana Gurrier, and she is Sarah's protege, but she's also a scientist in her own right. But she prefers to support Constellation from the comfort of her lab. So if it comes about that you are able to use her as a companion, I don't foresee taking her on many missions out and about. Right, guys and girls, that wraps it up for today's video. We are literally T-minus 47 hours and 46 minutes at time of this recording until we can get our hands on this game in early access. If you're like me, then you've kind of booked off for a long weekend to perhaps not get any sleep. Guys, please let me know in the comments below what it is you're going to be doing in Starfield. Are you looking forward to it? Do you have the PC to run it? Are you playing it on Xbox S, or are you playing it on the Xbox Series X? Let me know in the comments below, guys. And as always, if you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please hit that subscribe button. It is completely free to you guys, and it helps out my channel enormously. Thank you very much, guys, and have a good day.